Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, January 29th, and it's a little later in the day. Kind of rearranged our schedules around a little bit. My husband is now teaching downtown in person on Saturdays, so we had a lot of stuff to do this morning while he was away. We tend to do decorating and certain cleaning things while he's out of the house. So anyway, today is day 7 of the mini catalog tour. So, and I did rearrange this because I got 2 new sets that I'm putting in to the mix. So I had to kind of rearrange these, and they're not all in the same order now because one of the sets is in the middle of the catalog. Anyway, so today is day 7, and this is the Hello Beautiful bundle. Now I want to tell you, I originally bought this just for the dies. I bought it as a bundle, but the dies got to me. And I was looking at it, I'm like, all right, so the dies are $29. This is another $13 for this set. And I love some of this saying, so I thought, why not save that 10% and get the bundle? So that's on page 50 of the mini catalog. And we're going to be making this card here because you know me, I love backgrounds. And maybe I'll try, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this exact same. Maybe I will, but then maybe the stamped example for the thumbnail will be different. I'm not sure, but we're going to go ahead and make this using the stamps as the background and then using those dies as the focal point. All right, so here are the colors we're going to be using: Melon Mambo, Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, Mango Melody, my favorite, Pear Pizzazz, which I haven't used in a while. I usually go to Old Olive or Granny Apple Green, but we're going to do Pear Pizzazz, and Calypso Coral. Now, a lot of these, some of them we'll do at full strength, and some we'll do at lighter strength. We'll just see how it goes along, okay? So let me move those up out of the way a little bit. And let me bring in my cutter. We're going to be using basic white in the normal stages. And so that's going to be an 8.5 and 11. We're going to cut at 5.5. And then, I might have to put in a new blade. And score at 4 1/4. And then I might have to reach over to get I don't feel like I did that really straight. And see, I didn't. You can see. We'll just do my finger for now because I don't want to reach over to get my bone folder because it's up over there. All right, and then I'm also, because of this, I think I want to do, so it doesn't just blend away, I'm going to do another layer of the white on white, which is really big now. Lots of people are doing the white on white. So I'm going to do this at 5 1/4. And then we're going to cut this at 4. And I'm just going to cut both of them at 4 right now, because once you've cut it down to 5 1/4, I mean, you get your little strips, but all it's really good for then is layers. So let's go ahead and do that. A couple more strips for the strip box. And let me put this off to the side. Okay, so this is my folded card base. I'm going to put it over here. Here's this. We're going to use our piercing mat because these are photopolymer. So we want to make sure that we get it in good. Now, I always start with kind of my biggest stamps first. And like I said, I wonder if I should get a new piercing mat. We'll just leave it this one. All right. Going to look at how it is full strength. See, the Fresh Freesia is light enough that I'm going to do that one at full strength. All right, so let's go ahead, do my 3s. Make sure I'm turning it a little so they're not all in the same space. And of course, I like 5s, so I'm going to do a little off the side there. All right, we may bring this back later. Notice I'm not cleaning it off because I want to fill in some of the white space. I'll use that for later. So now I'm going to use my Mango Melody. And again, I'm going to see how, and it's not really that terribly dark. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use these kind of as a connector piece. So I'm going to connect some of these spaces together, kind of twisting around the size so it's not always in the same direction. There. Do I have an even amount? 2, 4, 6. Nope. Need to do one more. I like things in odd numbers. Okay. Oh. And now my next one is going to be Pear Pizzazz, which is a lovely color, but I just haven't used it a lot lately. I'm an old olive girl, and I'm really liking the granny apple green. Now, I think that's a little, it's not so dark. It is, but it isn't. So I'm going to try it up in the corner at full strength to see how I like it. It's all right. I am going to stamp it off once, though. Again, I'm kind of connecting some of these colors together with these big ones. And I feel like I need a big old one right kind of in the middle. And that wasn't a really good stamping there. You can go right back over if you want, because these have such layers that you can really see it really good. There's a lot of juts, so it's easy to line it back up. All right. Now, Melon Mambo, which is a very strong color. So I did do this one off once. And this is kind of giving some of that like curvature look. Kind of connect all of those. Oh, I didn't get that one off a lot, but it's all right. What are you going to do? Come in like that. There we go. I go a little crazy on this, guys. I really love this little S. There, I did it off twice because I wanted it to be really light. Okay. So now we only have the 2 colors left, the smallest ones. So we have our Balmy Blue, which is soft enough on its own that you don't need to. I'll show you. See how it's so soft? And if you want, you could do it twice. Why not get the most out of your ink? There we go. And I have a great big spot there. I want it to be a little bit lighter though, because I have a dark one right there by it. Oh, and look, it picked up, oh, that's kind of cool though. It picked up some of my mango. I didn't let my mango dry, and I was tapping off in the same area. So you kind of have to be careful with that, because you can transfer colors. But I'm not unhappy with it. We'll just go ahead and go like that. All right. Now the Calypso Coral, like the Mango Melody, oh, I'm sorry, Melon Mambo, is very strong. So this one we're going to do if not once, maybe twice. Oh my gosh, I hope you're seeing all this. Are you? I can't tell. I forget with all these stamp pads up here that I'm getting out of frame probably. Sorry, guys. I hope you got to see it all. All right, so that's pretty good right there. And then all of these, I'm just going to come over, because there's just a little residual color left, but it helps fill in those spaces. Because you don't want it to look too white. Feel like this one kept a lot of that color. Look at that. That is why I love Mango Melody. Look at that. All right, so a little bit busy, I know. Let me go ahead and get some of these out of the way. We'll clean them all off later. Of course we will. All right, so then there's that, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. So I kind of like how that white edge gives it just a little, it stands out just a little bit more than doing with that. All right, so then I'm going to get, I don't know if I like that so much. And I didn't use this color, Rich Razzleberry, but I do like the way it looks up against it. So I think I'm going to do this one as my little banner across. So remember, this is 4 inches across. So I'm just going to cut it at 4. This is a strip I have. I have no idea how thick it is. I'll tell you here in just a second. 1.5. Okay, so this is 1.5 by 4. And I don't have enough room over here. All right, so let's move this out of the way, move this out of the way. We are going to now come through with the baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to do one of those shapes. The shapes are so beautiful. Love it. Now, on this one, we did this, which is fabulous. But I'm thinking for this one, I want to do the hexagon. All right. So let me go ahead and take off that painter's tape since we won't be using that again. And oh, here's kind of how some of those are cut out that have that little strip in between. So they're really kind of fun. So see which, if I did it, no, too busy. All right, just so you know, that's what it looks like. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do this as a portrait stamp or portrait card. So let me go ahead and get this down. I want to angle this so it's kind of straight with the top and the bottom. Can you see that? How there's just a little bit, and I'm putting my tape down to help keep it in place. This one's almost done, so this will probably be the last time it goes through. Oh, I turned it around. Let's go ahead and do it this way. A little bit backwards. It's all right. Whoa, that was kind of squeaky. Never heard my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine be squeaky before. All right, so let's go ahead. And you got to remove it carefully because remember, even if you've taken off the tack on that blue tape, it can pull your card apart if you just rip it off. So go slowly. These, of course, are going to go inside of your envelope. Because when there's parts left over, like hearts or that, I usually have a little mini envelope that I keep all my extra parts in, just in case. And did I show you? I showed you the stamp case, right? With all the dies, the 14 dies, and 26 stamp parts. Okay, you know what I think I'm going to try here? Let's see. I think I want to put a layer on there because that's going to be awful dark to stamp on. Look at that. And then I kind of just move this around until I find a place I like. Kind of like it right there. We may pop it up, we may not. Let's see. So let me go ahead and cut out of... So I have that leftover white piece. So I'm going to cut it down so it fits into the baby. Because you know the baby doesn't like it if you're bigger than 3 3/4 inches. So let me just cut down to 3.5 because that leaves a nice little strip there too. All right. This is on the fly, guys. All right. Oh, don't have my... Let me put that back up there because I don't have my magnetic holder out. Let's go like that. I'm going to center it because you never know when I'm going to use a layer for another piece of something or other. All right. Let's pull that out. That's for later. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me bring it up close. I have to see where I am in the camera. Do you see how it left little etchings? See how you have those little marks there? So it leaves a little bit of an etching. So very cool. What am I in? I can never tell. Sorry, guys. Here you go. There. This is what happens when I have my stand up too high and I'm too short. All right, I'm not really short. I'm 5'6", but still kind of short. Now I think I need a different saying. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Let's see if my "so happy to know you" fits on there. It does perfectly. All right, so let me take that off. And I think. Line it up so it's straight on there, and line up the edge of my stamp so I pick it up straight. Let's go ahead and use that Melon Mambo instead of black. Kind of be a little bit striking against that rich raspberry. Oh, and hopefully this works okay. I better bring my piercing mat just in case. Because with that etching on there, it's not on the other side. So you kind of want to make sure you do it right. The pressure, I tell you. All right, I think that turned out okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this straight against the... Gotta remember that it's still kind of wet here, so don't want to do anything down there and get smudges on it. I'm going to lay this one flat against there. But then I am going to take my dimensionals. I'm going to use the full strength dimensionals. Full strength, sorry. The regular size dimensionals, not the minis. Full strength. It's kind of like when we go to, what is it? Bath and Body Works. You know, where you get the smelly soaps. And I'll go in and I'll ask my daughter, I'll say, what flavors should we get? And she's like, ooh, Mom, they're not flavors. I know, they're fragrances. They're scents. But I say flavors. Yes. In fact, I did that last weekend. No, not last weekend. The weekend before with her. She's like, Mom, they're not flavors. Okay, so let's get back to that area. I liked it right. Oh, I think I like it higher up. Kind of like it up there. Now I really don't want to push down on this, so I know that I'm going to be doing it here and it's going to be a little bit on the inside, so I'm just going to go on my card base. Usually I do it on the layer, but we'll do it like this. Perfect. You could do a little ribbon down there if you wanted to. I'm not sure. I don't have... Oh, sorry if you see my belly, people. Oh my gosh. One good thing about the old Stampin' Up! Ribbon holder, it really holds it well. So I think this is metallic ribbon. I think this is, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it this way, guys. But you know what I will put on there? Oh, let me get out my basket of goodies. Let's see. No. Yeah, no, let's do, because we have these new, I don't have those in there yet. Let's do the Iridescent Rhinestones. I have one of these open, I think. Probably this one. Because I have all of these new from the mini catalog. I know I don't show the accessories too much. Oh, no, I'm going to do the polished dots. So these are some of the new ones from the January to June mini catalog. Iridescent Rhinestones, the brushed brass butterflies, classic matte dots, the faux sea glass shapes, the pebbles. But I think I'm going to do these polished dots. So on the original card, I used, of course, my favorites, the Genial Gems. But yeah, I'm going to use this one instead. I need to get those all numbered up and ready for my basket. Usually I don't put them in the basket till I know they're in the annual catalog. Since we've just started this mini catalog, we'll go ahead and put them in there because we still have quite a few months on it. All right. This is why I usually don't keep them in the plastic. It just infuriates me. All right. So let's go ahead. I want to tell you this, guys. I am still on my original putty end. So I've had this for probably well over 2 years. And I think I'm just at the very end of my putty because I was twisted it as far as I could. And it finally wasn't moving very much, and then it all splooshed out at once. So, you know what? Just because I haven't used these before, let's put some up there, and I'll put one more here. See, now that's really splooching out. It's all right. It's all good. So yeah, and I think I have 3 or 4 more tips because I bought replacements. So good to have, but it lasts forever. Let me push that out of the way. Get some of this out of the way. So there you are. Using that set, that bundle, the Hello Beautiful bundle with the matching dies. Now I gotta put the dies away because I'm not sure if they're all still in here. Okay. But look at this, the hexagons for layers, these circles, and this one has that embossing feature on it too. So really, really fun. All right, thanks guys, and have a great day.